everyone. So welcome to the next episode of Real Estate Ramblings. It is episode number 32. Today I'm going to talk about something that we all deal with. We deal with this when we're trying to sell a home and when we're just living in a home with no plans to sell, and that is clutter. So I want to talk about how it affects us while we're trying to sell a home. So if you are going to be putting that for sale sign in your yard in the coming months, this video is for you. So what is the definition of clutter? I think that we all really probably have a different definition. I mean, I'm sure they're all very similar, but we all have our own idea of what is clutter. Some people say it's collections. Some people say it's piles of DVDs or books or this or that. But it really doesn't matter what our definition is. It matters what the definition of a buyer is. So I found this quote the other day about clutter, and I wanted to share it with you. I thought it was really interesting. It's definitely applicable when you're selling your home and when you're not selling your home. But it says, clutter is nothing more than postponed decisions. So that's definitely true for me in my home. I've got little boxes and piles of postponed decisions all around. I've got things that I don't know if I should just throw them away, if I should donate them, if I should put them in the attic, if I should sell them. I just don't know, right? So whenever you are preparing your home to sell, something that your realtor will always tell you is declutter and clean your home. So both things that you've got to do. But decluttering, I think that sometimes we don't go far enough, because it's very important to neutralize your home, to make it appealing to the largest pool of buyers out there, because buyers are easily distracted. That is something that I have learned in my, almost 5 years of selling real estate. So buyers get really distracted really fast. I think I've told the story before about how I had a client that told me years ago, before I ever worked with them, they were looking at a home and they knew, like they look back and they remember that it was a really pretty home, but they were so caught up in all these images that had been drawn and put up on the refrigerator in the house that they didn't even remember the rest of the house. There's kind of a long story that goes along with it, but basically the boy that lived there was ill. He ended up passing away, and he had drawn all of this artwork for his parents and for his family, and they had left it on the refrigerator. And my buyers just remember that only. They were so sucked into the story, and it's understandable why. But when you're looking to sell your home, you can't leave your stories out. You can't let people know really who you are and what's going on in your life. So that's not always clutter, right? That's just depersonalizing a home. But again, let's go back to talking about clutter. So from a real estate perspective, if you don't pay attention to anything else in this entire video, I want you to remember this. Anything that is too small to identify in an online listing photo is considered clutter. So that's my definition. That's a definition that other home stagers use. I do home staging as well. But if somebody is looking at your photos online and they see a shelf and they see all this stuff on there and they've got to zoom in and squint to see what's up there, that's distracting. That takes away from the home itself. So common forms of clutter, what are they? So collections, right? We all have collections. I'm a crazy cat lady, and I've got a little collection of cats that I will put away whenever I sell my home. Daily pile up. So what do I mean by this? This is that daily stuff, those daily necessities that we use every day, but we can't forget that they look bad to a buyer sitting out. So some examples would be mail, keys, bags, homework, chargers, sports equipment, iPads, toys, pet accessories. You get the idea. Postpone decision items. So I covered this earlier, but if you've got boxes or little piles of things, yes, you can, make it look neat and a little tidy if you, get it organized on a shelf, but still it does look cluttered, pile after pile. So just put it away or get rid of it or sell it. Make a decision, right? And then designated room equipment. So this is kind of my own term, but in your kitchen, you've got your blender, your coffee maker, your mixer, those big stand-up mixers, your spices. So I always tell people to try to keep their kitchen counters as clean as possible. So I'm okay with leaving out the coffee maker, but I would want almost everything else to be put up. So your bathroom, nobody needs to know what kind of toothpaste you use. They don't need to see your toothbrush. You really only want to have out a nice clean white towel that nobody uses, and some soap. That's it. Maybe a flower or something. And then of course another room where you would find designated room necessities would be an office. So I know you've got to live there and you've got to work there, but try to put as much as possible away. A clean desk looks so much better than one that's got little piles and cords and pens and pencils all over it. So I had mentioned this in a past video, but one great thing to have on hand, and maybe actually have a couple of them, is an opaque storage bin, like one of those large Rubbermaid bins that you get at Target or at Walmart. But if you know that you've got somebody coming to see the house in about an hour, what you do is you grab that bin from the closet, you throw all the dirty dishes, the dirty socks, your chargers, your daily clutter, your room necessities, just throw them in there, put the lid on, you want to have a lid of course, and shove it in the back of a closet and leave. So there is a big helpful hint for you. So why is this important? I said this earlier. Buyers are easily distracted. I have never met a group of people more easily distracted than buyers, and that's okay. But you don't want them to get sucked into your story. You don't want them to be swept up in your family's history and lifestyle in your home. Number two, you want people to remember your home, not your things. Of course, we all have nice things that we want to show off, and that's fine. And we've got things that are sentimental, things that are important and special to us and to our families. But you don't want people, again, to remember the things and not the property, not the home itself. And then the last one is selling is a psychological thing. So atmosphere matters. I know image shouldn't matter, right? We say that a lot, but when you're selling your home, image is everything, and atmosphere is very important. Your home is definitely going to have flaws, but you have got the opportunity to make people fall in love with your home within, I can't remember what the statistic is, but it's like the first 30 seconds or the first minute or two, a buyer walks in and they've already kind of made a decision in the back of their mind. So you've got the opportunity to influence their perceptions of your home by setting the tone. A tone that is far from chaotic and far from disorganized. If you've got a bunch of clutter around, you're going to give off the atmosphere and the tone and the feeling and the vibe of chaos, and you don't want that. So I hope this video was helpful for y'all. I know that I didn't post this on my normal day, but it is the beginning of a long weekend. So again, if you're ready to put the for sale sign in your front yard next week, I hope this video is helpful for you. If you have a real estate need, if you have a real estate question, I would love the opportunity to answer that and maybe even to earn your business. So I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.